For all of us who began our journey with Aloy over 3 years ago, or those who may just be experiencing this world for the first time, we may have forgotten or not paid much attention to one of the first impactful moments this game brought to us. Before we brought down Thunderjaws, Deathbringers, and the Eclipse, we all began our time with Aloy as a child. There we saw her fall into a ruin, a place forbidden to the Nora, where she first came face to face with the world of the Old Ones, long since perished from this earth. After she finds a Pharaoh focus, we wander deeper into the cave, stumbling upon the very first hologram we encounter in the game. Happy birthday, Isaac.
You think I want it this way? It's the best I can do. He's right behind you. Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man. Look, Daddy can't be there with you and Mom, but we can still have a party, right? Sure we can.
Show me.
A touching moment where we see a little girl who doesn't quite understand her place find something truly remarkable. Beyond this, however, many of us, myself included at first, paid this moment little mind as we continued to unravel the mysteries of this awe-inspiring world. Though HCD is full of massive discoveries and powerful moments, in my opinion, some of Horizon's most impactful stories can be found in its smallest details. Being that this encounter happens so early in the game, we as the player have very little context to the world at large and the connections to the greater lore and history of the story. Perspective when looking back makes this recorded message one worth honoring. For those who don't know, the ruin that Aloy stumbles upon is the ancient remnants of a facility that once housed Beta and Gamma personnel of Project Zero Dawn, those individuals who worked under ZD Alphas on the various systems and subfunctions that saw ZD to completion. Knowing this, we are afforded a glimpse into the final months of the life this man led and how his story most likely came to an end. In order to keep the fight alive for Operation Enduring Victory, the existence of Zero Dawn was leaked to the public as a super weapons program, not a terraforming system. In order to preserve this narrative, those tapped to work on the project at any level were given 3 choices once they were made aware of Zero Dawn's true purpose and the inevitable extinction event that was to occur in some 15 months' time: participation in the project, indefinite imprisonment, or medical euthanasia. Those who elected to participate would be required to work 80 hours per week minimum. Additionally, we learn from the data point Make Your Selection that communications between ZD personnel and their families were strictly limited and monitored in real time. Presumably, Happy Birthday Isaac is a remnant of one of these communications. As we hear from the first section of the dialogue, the man is clearly having a frustrated conversation, most likely with their significant other, his partner most likely being kept in the dark for the family's protection, as well as his own. Though unthinkably difficult, those who elected to participate did have a light at the end of the tunnel to some degree, incentivizing them to keep confidential information confidential. If Zero Dawn was successful, those who worked to see it through, along with 2 members of their immediate family, would be granted a place to live out the rest of their natural lives in the post-Zero-Day habitat of Elysium, safe from the destruction of the Pharaoh Plague. It would seem these 3, if all went according to plan, might have been spared from the horrors that laid siege to the rest of the world. This, however, would be a dream left ultimately unfulfilled for this family. During the waning days of Enduring Victory, as the planet's biosphere degraded and the human resistance made its final stand, Zero Dawn neared functional completion. Unfortunately for those in this particular facility, due to unforeseen complications, Elysium would be a salvation that they would never live to see. As explained in Data Point, All Good Things, it states the following. To all staff, I regret to inform you that our worst fears have been realized. The Wichita Salient has collapsed, and our position will be overrun in less than 24 hours. As I'm sure you understand, exfiltration transport is not available. If you wish to abandon the facility and try your luck on foot, you may do so. Lock 2 will unseal at 2100 hours and remain unsealed for 15 minutes. Godspeed. For those who'd rather not die on our feet, there will be a gathering in the community room at 2200 hours, and Nurse Shauna will make other means available. I want to underscore how proud I am of each and every person who served at this post. It is important to bear in mind that our sacrifices were not in vain. I hope that makes this a little easier. For months now, I've been signing off messages as Director Evans, but I suppose we can dispense with such formalities now. Respectfully, Ellen. It's unclear if Isaac and his other guardian ever made it to Elysium, but judging by the evidence laid before us in the context of what we know came of the world and those in this ruin, it's apparent that they were never reunited, and most likely would never know the true scope of their loved one's sacrifice and that of so many others to ensure the success of Project Zero Dawn. And that brings this chronicle to a close. If you'd like to see more content like this, likes and shares are always appreciated, and if you're hungry for more Horizon lore, hit subscribe and ring that bell. Also consider supporting the channel on Patreon, so we can keep making quality content just like this. Check out the link in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, and keep questing.